All right, let's talk about the 100K a month entrepreneur schedule. If you're watching this video and you're under 100K a month or haven't made this much money yet with your business, then the chances are that you are working more in your business instead of working on it. However, the business only grows when you work on it instead of in it. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a structured step-by-step schedule that you can apply to your day-to-day, and which I used to help me make my first 100K a month last year, 2024. So what does this mean? The business only grows when you work on it, not in it. What does this mean? When you work on the business, this consists of tasks and projects that are higher leverage, such as getting more customers, marketing, optimizing sales processes, creating ads, hiring employees, training employees, optimizing your systems, increasing your product delivery times, getting your customers to spend more, optimizing your offer, partnerships, business development, list goes on and on. But these are higher leverage tasks that actually grow your business and help you make more money and get more customers. And working in the business just consists of tasks that help you maintain the day-to-day operations of the company when it comes to fulfilling your product or service, customer support, shipping, logistics, client meetings, etc., etc. And the reason I really wanted to make this video is because whenever I figured this system out, this schedule, shortly after I did this is when I made my first 100K a month in my business. So back when I was at 40, 50, 60K a month-ish, I was working in my business. But that was at the point where I really started to hire employees, build out the training for them, building out systems, started automating my day-to-day. I go on this Dubai trip, I have a great time, yachts, ATVs, and all this crazy stuff. It was a movie. And I only worked probably 5 hours in the 2 weeks I was there, and the business completely maintained. Revenue stayed the same, profit stayed the same, customers were just as happy. Because I took myself out and delegated the day-to-day tasks of working in the business that had to be done, it was no longer on my plate anymore. And that was when I realized, wow, I am no longer working in the business. I feel more free, I have more time. And then that allowed me to buy more time to spend on the higher leverage tasks that helped me work on the business to grow the business. And literally 3 months later, I got my first 100K a month, which was in March 2024. How did I do this? How do you structure this concept more in depth and make it actually tactical and practical so you can apply and make your first 100K a month? So let's say you're working 12 hours a day. And if you're under 100K a month, you should be working 12 hours a day, by the way. But first 4 hours, next 4 hours, last 4 hours, that's how we're gonna break it up. Your first 4 hours should be marketing and sales related tasks only. This consists of the core four, like Alex Hormozi like to says, there's 4 main ways of getting customers. Cold outreach, meaning you reach out to people who don't already know you. Warm outreach, reaching out to people who do know you. Creating ads and managing those campaigns. Creating content and posting that content. And then optional, another way could be from building out affiliate and referral partnerships or systems. These are your highest leverage tasks. These are your money-making tasks. Fundamentally, there are only 2 ways that you can grow a company. You get more customers or you get them to spend more. That is it. Those are the only 2 ways you can grow a company. If you are under $1 million a year or if you're under 100K a month, nobody knows you exist. Nobody knows you exist. You are a little speck in this big market, in the big competitive landscape. No one knows you. Get your name out there. This is 4 hours of just putting your head down and making yourself known. Now, which one of these should I do? Which one of these methods should I do? The answer is you don't have to do all of these. And all these tasks in these examples, you don't have to do all of them. Just do and spend the most time on the ones that apply the most to you. So if you're at 10K a month, 20, 50K, I'll really just pick the top 1 or 2 channels and you could just grow from there. And ultimately, I'm gonna just give you a little secret. To get to $1 million a year, to get to 100K a month, all you need is just 1 consistent channel. 1 product, 1 avatar, 1 channel can get you to $1 million a year. For me, it was email marketing. And whatever your method is right now. If you need more help with knowing what sort of marketing channel you should pursue and get into, I'll make another video about that for sure. But these are your highest leverage tasks. Do this at 6 a.m. right when you wake up. Get to it for the first 4 hours of the day. Undistracted time. You are growing your business. Make time for this. Now, next 4 hours. This is the, around 10 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m., maybe even afternoon-ish, whatever. This is fulfillment. You spend the next 4 hours on fulfillment-based tasks. This is you literally working in the business. So this consists of delivering and providing your product or service, whatever it is, you hopping on client meetings, you doing customer support, shipping, logistics, finance, taxes, contracts, legal, etc. These tasks operate and maintain your business. They have to be done. And even though I said you want to work on the business instead of working in the business, both are just as important. Both are just as needed. If you don't have one or the other, you're not going to have a business. So make sure you make blocks of time to work on the fulfillment and actually make sure your businesses, you are delivering on your promises, fulfilling your product or service, and making your customers happy. Now let's talk about the last 4 hours, optimization. This essentially is taking the entire business as a whole, your marketing, your fulfillment, and just making everything better, injecting it with some steroids and just making it better. So the last 4 hours is going to be focused on optimization. And again, you don't have to do all of these, only the ones that apply to your specific business or industry. This isn't going to apply to every single task. It's not going to apply to everyone. You don't have to do them all, just the ones that apply to you. I want to make that very clear, okay? But optimization, this can include tasks such as optimizing your product or service quality, improving your user experience, increasing your speed and turnaround times when it comes to projects, optimizing your sales processes, your sales scripts, you're optimizing your website, maybe optimizing your web design, maybe optimizing your branding, you're tracking your data and your metrics and your KPIs. Maybe you're building out hiring and training systems for your employees, finding ways and systems on hiring them and recruiting, and then building out your training systems, whether it's courses or scripts or any sort of demos you might have for them, developing SOPs, standard operating procedures, and most importantly, this is my favorite one, especially if you're like not at 10K a month yet, learning. Just self-education. Success loves self-education. Whenever I first started out in entrepreneurship, I was literally spending like 2 to 3 hours a day just grinding, nonstop learning, teaching myself. I'd be on YouTube teaching myself about marketing, accounting, funnels, ads, social media, content, personal brand, like the whole entire board of everything. And we're only gonna grow to how much we know. And the reason you're not at 100K a month right now is because you don't have the skills or the knowledge to get there. And that's okay. So we learn to get there. And to sum this up though, the last 4 hours on optimization, these are the tasks that build and develop the business. So the marketing and sales tasks are gonna help you grow the business. Your fulfillment hours are gonna help you operate and maintain the business. And your optimization hours are going to help build and develop the business, okay? So I want to throw a little pro tip also. This is what I've been doing literally for the last 5 years in my entrepreneurship to help me be more structured and scheduled and make sure I get stuff done. Pro tip I have is to plan your to-do list the night before. Plan your to-do list the night before. Some of y'all don't even have to-do lists. There's some entrepreneurs I talk to, they're like, yo, Zon, how do I start a business? Or, yo, I just started a business, how do I grow it? How do I get to 10K a month? And I'm like, all right, break down your schedule. What are your tasks? What are you working on tomorrow? What are you working on this week? What are your goals for the quarter? What are your goals for the year? They can't even tell me. How can you become successful if you have no schedule, if you have no structure? Success loves structure. Once again, I could say this however many times I want, but success loves structure. And the reason why I like to plan my to-do list the night before is so whenever I wake up, get out of bed, I usually just get straight to work, shower or whatever, get to work. And since I already made my list the night before, I already know exactly what I need to work on. I don't have to waste any time thinking, planning, strategizing, because I already did that before I went to sleep. I wake up, I already know exactly what my first task is, and I probably even already have the tab pulled up on my website right when I open it up. Ready to go, rock and rolling, structure. So, because like it's, you know, you don't want to wake up and just waste your brain power and your time, you know, spending like 10, 20 minutes planning your day out when you could have just done that the night before. So success, love, structure, please get to it. But yeah, it's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you very much for staying to the end. If you did, I hope you got some value from the 100K a month entrepreneur schedule. Once again, this is the schedule and the structure that I've used to help me grow my business to get to 100K a month. I only talk about things that I know and things that I do. So if this served you, please let me know. I really appreciate it. Like this video, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.